Thank you. I can't wait. So the two judges, where's your judge at?
Okay.
Is your judge in here?
Yeah, don't worry about it. They're in here.
Okay, so all three judges are in here.
Yeah, don't worry about it. They're in here. So now that which
All right,
argument
all
for
three
Rimmer
judges are in here.
scaling?
So you understand that it's
What
Tamaki,
is the
XA, and
argument
your
for
judge.
Rimmer scaling?
Yo, fat boy, I didn't tell you to speak. You understand that it's Tamaki, XA, and your judge, correct?
What is the argument for Rimmer scaling?
Oh yeah, he transcends time and space, the entirety of it.
Can you prove that?
Yeah, sure. Let me grab the statement. The fuck? Yo, I'm so glad. Yo, his mic is so ass. It makes no sense. There's no way a nigga like you could ever shit talk me. You're so poor. Oh my god, talking about they pay you in here. He got a contract. That shit's so unbelievable. All right, anyways,
I'm just
let me grab
man.
this.
Is this
He
like
really
a,
went into the darkness.
Boom.
Is this
boom.
a Goku versus
Let me grab
Superman
this
debate?
statement first. Boom. Wait, I don't have pick perm, so you're gonna have
What
to
is
look at my
this?
fucking
Like,
thing.
what
You
we're
have to
Nigga
do
talk
this.
about
What are
Goku
we
versus
doing?
Superman.
Yo, fat boy, don't got pick perms. You're gonna
Oh
have to
my
look
God,
at my
it's gonna
stream. You're gonna have
why
to
are
give
there
it
so
to me.
many
Which one?
people?
Shut up, bitch. Anybody tell you to speak, fuck nigga?
Oh,
You see that on
sorry.
mute, go on mute, bitch ass
Sorry,
nigga.
sorry.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're muted.
Hey, you
Anyways,
say you don't have pig perms? Hold on, let me see something real quick.
yo. Okay, so law. So it's gonna be. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Boom. So law XA than your judge. As long as you understand that, let's continue.
Yeah, hold on.
Hey, yo, I want this in debate results. Whoever the mod is after this.
I'm trying to add you to the chat so you can send scans. Hold on.
Hurry up, bitch.
All right, peep. Formal like
Good boy.
formal
Thank
one.
you. Anyways.
Yeah, peep formal debating one. Can you send scans in there?
Formal debating. Yeah, I see it. Cool. Great. Appreciate that. Anyways, cool. All right, so boom. This is basically talking about the ability to move to a place where you visit it, where you desire, is the ability to transcend time, space, and time, reach a location that you desire. Do you disagree with that statement? Yes or no? Go ahead and read it. Hurry it up. Don't waste my time. It's not that hard.
Okay, the ability to transcend space and time. Yeah. How do we know that this is in reference to the conceptual scheme and not just some other possible reference in which this
Conceptual
debate
idea of
on
space and
formal
time is
debating?
just space and time, genius. It's just space and time conceptualized. The idea of what space and time could be. You're
Yeah,
LARPing
why
yet
are we
again. You're
presupposing
word
that to be
mashing.
the case?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, why are we presupposing that to be the case?
Oh, great, cool. So, what other concept of space and time exist?
Yeah, okay. So for example, there are levels to things like in
No, that's
3D.
not what I
For
asked you.
example,
I
there's
said, what other
conceptual
concept of space and time exist?
okay, and I'm telling you that there are levels to existence, and I'm
That's
asking you why
not
are
that's
we
not a different
presupposing this
concept.
level over the
That is
other?
what the concept of space and time is. What other concept of space and time exist?
Okay, I'm not saying there's another concept, retard. I'm saying there's another level of existence. Do you disagree?
Oh, are you retarded? No one hold on. No one disagrees with that. I'm telling
Okay,
you that their
so
only
can you
concept that
prove that
hold on,
then the
shut
argument
up.
follows?
The only concept that we'll ever be talking about is space and time in its entirety. To prove otherwise, you'd have to prove that another concept of space and time exists.
Yeah, that's not how that works. So
That
the
is
thing
how
is
that
that
works
you're
because
only
that's what you're
affirmative.
claiming. You're claiming that they're talking about something else. So you'd have to prove that.
No, I'm more so just giving an agnostic front on why it's going to be the case that we are supposed to prove the
Agnostics,
next
yeah,
level
an
with other
agnostic.
interpretation, like
Hold on,
logic.
wait. Agnostic form. Is that what you just said? Okay, so great.
No, I
An
didn't say
agnostic form
agnostic
basically is
form.
announcing that you don't disagree,
An
neither you
agnostic
agree. You're questioning
stance
the
as
existence of
to
something.
why we should value this over the other.
Yes, that's hold on, genius. Questioning this is not a stance. I'm gonna break this down to you. The stance in itself that you're talking about is neither putting this in
Agnosticism is a
denial
stance.
or
That's
saying this is
irrelevant. Just answer
correct.
the
You're
question.
questioning the existence of this said thing. To question the existence of something, you need a line of reasoning for that. Reasoning is evidence, and evidence is reasoning. Reasoning becomes evidence with the context behind it. What is the context behind this that they're talking about anything else?
What did I do?
So let us know.
Yeah, and as
So
I said prior, you saying that agnosticism isn't a stance, that's already wrong. One, agnosticism is a stance
I think
to
this
where you
guy's a
can
retard.
uphold. Yeah, anyway, it's a stance to where you can uphold a position that neither position is provable, or at least from a epistemic
It's just
front. And what I'm
questioning whether
telling
something
you
is true
is
or
that
not.
if
That is what the
and
stance
what I'm
is.
telling you Yeah, and what I'm telling you is I don't know if you can justify your proposition given other
You need a
hypotheses.
line of
That's
reasoning to
exactly what
even
the
say that. That's the problem.
Yes,
Like
I'm literally
you
saying
don't
that.
have.
That's literally
Okay,
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying.
break
I'm
this
saying that.
down, right? For your line of reasoning to fall through and say that you're taking this agnostic stance, you need the reason why. And the reason needs a backup. It needs a context. For instance, I could question your argument, however, and say that your argument doesn't make sense and you can't prove this to be definitive. However, I need a line of reasoning and then context to say why that is the case. That's for anything that you claim within a debate. What you did is called an indirect assertion. You're asserting that something else could exist. You're also asserting that this is not the case in the same breath. That is what you're doing. You're a retard. I don't think you realize that. That's not what an agnostic stance is. What you're performing is not an agnostic stance. You're still saying that this isn't the case.
Okay, and you're just very misinformed on the actual line of reason here. So I'll inform you one more time.
Okay, so let's go
What I'm
to
telling
agnostic
you is
stance real
that
quick.
you are claiming it to be the case that Rimuru is above space and time because it states some vague meaning from my interpretation, right? And I'm just saying,
Your
okay, well, I
interpretation
want
still
some
needs context
clarification
behind it. Like
on
I
why
said,
you
reasoning
think
is evidence
that
and evidence is
at the end of
reasoning. You
this
need to provide
hypothesis
evidence behind
is
that
a
said
line of
that said
evidence that
reasoning.
we are
You're
going to
yapping right
discuss
now.
your hypothesis to be true, given there's other
Not a hypothesis, it's
adjacencies. So,
verbatim.
for example,
That's the problem.
I give you example.
Okay, wait. Okay, stop. The
Stop.
example that you just
Listen. So
gave
what I'm
was very
saying
stupid.
is,
You said that it's a
no, stop.
hypothesis,
What I'm
correct?
saying is, if we have this level, okay, for example, right, if we have this evidence, right, let's just say me being wet, you saying, oh, you're wet because it's raining outside, that's presupposing a factor, and I'm saying your stance
That's not
presupposes
presupposing,
a
that's
factor.
fact. That's empirical.
You would never
That
say
oh
that.
wait, stop, wait. If I go outside, wait, stop. If I go
Wait, I'm
outside and
asking
it's
you
raining,
from it
you
raining.
retard.
The
If I go outside and it's
context
raining
is
and I
the
get
lack of
wet, and
context.
then I
What
then
I'm telling
proceed
you
to
is the
tell you
lack
that
of
I'm
context
wet,
that you're
that's
giving your statement
completely
is presupposing.
self-evident. That is what that is. That becomes fact. I become wet. What are you talking about? So I'm gonna break this down, right? You fucking retard. Again, an agnostic stance is the belief to deny or not assert something. Right? You're still taking the stance that this is not the case. To prove that to be a said thing, for instance, if I write this is red on a piece of paper, am I talking about the nickname of someone or the color of something? What am I talking about?
Wait, what
Answer
was
the
the
question.
analogy?
If I'm writing this is red on a piece of paper, am I talking about the nickname of someone or the name of a character?
Yeah, there's no evidence to suggest either.
That's the point of context. And you're saying
Okay,
since you're
what's the
saying this,
context?
wait, stop. The question that I asked you that relates to this is the same reason why I asked you, yeah, what other concept of space and time would they be talking about?
And I
If they're
already
not,
agreed
if you
that.
can't prove that there's more than one, right, or more than one that they could assert, then you yourself are left with nothing. You can't prove that.
Yeah, and the relevance of that comes with the hypothesis I've already presented to you, or presented to you. Sorry, what I said is that you have these methods or these levels of existence, right? For example, us humans have this physical plane
This
of
guy's so
existence.
slow.
Yeah, conceptually, we also exist as the concept of what it means to be as a human. And you saying, okay, well, this guy surpasses this certain level of existence. I'm saying, why is it the case that we take it to be this totality or this
Uttering
on the
like
very,
crazy.
very level when it's only stated they surpass this thing? I can agree.
Okay, great.
Listen,
Oh, hold on. You said there's different levels of
stop.
existence.
I'm not even
Great.
finished.
Hold on. You
Like
already
I
stated
said,
one point.
you're
I'm
saying that
responding to
there
that one
is a
said
case
point.
that we suspected
Again, I'm going to
your
respond to that said
hypothesis
point.
over mine
You
that
stated
has no
that,
evidence
and
to
you
back it.
stating
There's no
that space and
evidence
time is
to
the
justify
entirety
your
of it. I
statement.
said this within my premise. He's transcending the entirety of space and time. This was stated, and this is also on recording. So you're saying that these different levels of existence, since you're saying he's surpassing one form, does that mean he's surpassing all else? I'm telling you that he's
It
surpassing
doesn't
the
even say
entirety of
the
it.
entirety. The scan verbatim, and I do mean verbatim,
They're
says
talking about
the
space and
ability to
time.
transcend
Space and
space
time is the
and
entirety
time
of it.
to
Instead of
location where you
if they're saying that he's
desire. That's what
transcending
the
to
scan
different
says. I'm
dimensional
asking you
levels.
the question:
Wait, this
why
guy
is
can't
it
read. This
confirming
guy can't
to
read.
the
Wait. This is
totality
so
of
fucking
space and
crazy.
time rather than some other level of existence of space and time? For
Hold on, hold
example,
on.
now I'm asking
Wait.
you,
Let's read this scan since you can't read, Skep. Right? This scan says there's no problem. Teleportation newly acquired. Maya's original, just a mere prototype. A different ability. The ability is not. The ability to move to a place you visited, but the ability to transcend time and space to reach a location you desire. They're not talking about him transcending a dimensional plane and up and onward. They're talking about the fact that he's able to transcend the entirety of space and time, that he transcends all these other layers as well. He's able to visit these locations. Your interpretation would need context.
They are, bro. Oh, okay. Look. Are you aware that space, as in 3D, right? 3D is of the
That's not just
three-dimensional
space and time,
axes
by the way.
surrounding
3D is
things.
3D is 3D
Oh,
is a
fuck,
dimensional
you
plane within space and
dumbass
time.
moron.
That is
So you,
confined by space and
oh,
time.
time isn't a dimensional axis. You're
Wait,
fucking
this
wrong.
guy's slow.
Even if I
He
wanted to
can't
stop,
track.
even if I wanted to grant this, right? Even if I wanted to say, oh, well, if it's
You
going
would
to be
have to grant it. You already
right,
lost the point.
that he's 4D, I can grant your character being 4D, and it wouldn't be doing shit. Your 4D
Wait, you're slow. He wouldn't be 4D from this. Hold on, he wouldn't be 4D from this. But hold on. Let's go with this. Since you can't read, right? Since you can't read, 3D is not the entirety of space and time. I don't know who told you this, but where in general relativity in Einstein's theory does it tell you that 3D is the entirety of space and time? 3D is what's confined by space and time. It's a spatial dimension that's constructed by the y-axis, w-axis, z-axis, so on and so forth. It's something that's confined by dimensionality. Space and time is the entirety of that said thing. So what are you talking about?
Space is dimensionality. So, for example,
You said that 3D. Hold on. You just compared 3D to space and time as its entirety. That's what you did, and that's on recording. You did that, and that's on recording.
You just look lost now. So I'll explain it to you, right? I'll give you in baby steps. When we talk about
Right.
the dimensional axes of which a thing can exist. So, for example, when you're talking about
You're so
like,
lost.
no, I'm not. So when we're talking about 3D dimensionality, right? We're talking about three-dimensional beings. We're talking about the three axes of which a human can move. Now, when you're talking about 4D, that's when time is brought into the mix. Time is added.
Is this guy retarded?
He passed on these dimensions.
Yo. Slow down. You're not attacking the point. Hold on. You describing what spatial axes aren't going to get you this point, and I'm going to explain this to you very slowly. You describing what spatial axes aren't going to get you this point. You're telling me, right, that the way that I interpreted this scan is wrong because they could be talking about a certain area within space and time, a dimensional plane, correct?
Wait,
yes or no?
Okay, listen. You said what was it? Because I doubted what I said.
Okay, so I'm going to break this down slower. Are you attacking the fact that I said that they're talking about the entirety of space and time? Yes or no?
I'm simply just applying another interpretation to the way of which you're interpreting the scan.
Okay, so you'd have to prove that. You would need evidence. Okay. And then hold on, wait. Reasoning. Hold on. I'm gonna say reasoning remains reasoning. Reasoning only remains reasoning if it does not have context. I've been saying this the entire time. You're still not attacking that.
It's logically impossible that we can deduce from this.
I'm gonna break this down again. Your reasoning remains reasoning without evidence. Reasoning is evidence and evidence is reasoning, like I just told you, right? You're applying another interpretation, but however, you're applying this without evidence. You need evidence to apply this interpretation.
No, stop. I'm asking you, why are you going to derive A only from this evidence instead of maybe...
Oh, wait. Why am I only deriving that? Great, because it has context behind that said statement. The reason why that's the case... Hold on. They make a clear separate... Hold on, you asked me a question. Shut your bitch ass up for a dox your shit, like I told you, puss boy. Anyways, like I told you, in this scan, they separate dimensionality from the entirety of space and time. They tell you a location that you desire. Before Rimuru, since he transcends the entirety of space and time, he's able to reach those locations. You're denying that by saying, yeah, my interpretation, you prove that he transcends the entirety of space and time. You're lost in the fucking sauce. I don't know what to tell you.
Separated from time and space, you moron.
What'd you say?
Where do they separate dimensionality from time and
so
space?
let's read it. Let's read it. Okay, hold on, let's read it. The ability to move to a place you visited, but the ability to transcend time and space to reach a location you desire. For Rimuru-sama, who rules over time and space, such thing as going across time is simple. They make a clear distinction between going across time in a location that you could visit versus transcending the entirety of space and time. They make that very clear. You'd have to apply evidence to your interpretation saying that's wrong.
Are you sure?
Anyways, we can go to judge about this point. What the fuck?
Y'all want verdict?
Yeah, we can go to judge about this point. About this point, because I want to beat him on every single point and beat him to a fucking pulp.
You are implying a claim. I can imply.
All right, y'all could get conclusions if you want. If he also wants to go to judgment.
Hold on. Let him give his last point because I'm pretty sure he's gonna repeat himself.
All right. X, and I'm saying X also goes with Y interpretation of said character. You are saying your character.
Oh, you're so ass. It makes no sense. I can't wait to post this shit.
X evidence, and I'm saying X evidence is also going to be supplementary to the claim I am also making or the interpretation I'm pushing forth. You dumbass retard. So if
you just repeated yourself again. Okay, would you like to go to judges?
More likely, then you can get the fuck on.
Would you like to go to judges?
We can conclude. Yes, we can conclude.
All right. Let's conclude on this point. Yo, XA,
Go ahead,
XA, and Law, go ahead and talk amongst
Nah,
yourselves.
XA taking a share right now. He can't talk. But
Okay. Go ahead, Law.
besides his nasty yes.
Yo, be quiet.
Y'all
Be
wanna
quiet.
get
Let
conclusions,
yo
y'all
be
just want my
quiet. Law
verdict.
speaking. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Law speaking. I'm louder than you. I'm louder than you. Shut your bitch ass up. Anyway, go ahead, Law.
Y'all want to get conclusions or you just want my verdict?
Yeah, go ahead and give your verdict on this point.
Give the verdict.
Oh, he wants
All
verdict.
right,
Okay, go ahead and give
I ain't
verdict.
gonna lie, I gotta go light on this one. You was placing
Thank
a
you.
non-affirmative. It was just like skepticism, but you ain't have like a real strong basis for that. And Light wasn't even really arguing the conceptual shit. You got hung up on the conceptual shit. He just argued that like Rimuru was transcending the entirety of space and time. Doesn't have to intrinsically be like a conceptual thing. If he's transcending space time, he's transcending dimensionality because dimensionality is constrained by space and time. So
Which was not attacked. When we have that on recording, so your
yeah,
fuck ass judges can watch
you were
it.
just like placing skepticism on it. Like not intrinsically wrong, but it's not like in a debate you actually need to attack what he's saying to like truly defeat the
Great.
points. Providing an alternative interpretation with no probability is like it's not gonna help you.
Okay, great. So let's go to the second judge. Let that be XA, and then whatever your judge is, they can speak up whenever the fuck ever, because I don't care what they say. You agreed to these, all three of these judges. I can't wait. I can't wait to whoop the fuck out of you, boy. You were talking so much shit, and you're so ass. You're the worst debater I've ever seen a day in my fucking life. Never speak up to me again, you fucking mutt. Go on mute, bitch ass nigga.
Law's judgment was my judgment.
Okay, great. So, great. That was both of you? You both agree on that? So that's
yes,
two
I was
out of...
talking to him in DM.
Yeah.
Great. So he just lost. Great. Go ahead and put that in chat. Go ahead and tell him you lost, puss boy. That's 2 out of 3. Where's your judge at?
You want me to write the verdict? All right, I got you. Hold on.
Jeez. That's the second time you lost to me. And it's so fucking saddening. That shit's so sad. Great. Do you want to argue for your character that makes Rimuru boundless? Hurry up. Or are you conceding, boy? Which one are you doing?
Yeah, I think. Oh wait, you want round 2? All right, we can go over that. We can go over my skill.
Okay, so that makes Rimuru boundless. Do you understand that?
Why?
I explained this in the beginning. He's transcending the entirety of space and time. And the definition of boundless is transcending all hierarchical extensional forms. Anything that transcends, for instance.
Why is narrative and what? Yeah, and you're presupposing that things like.
Well, we're not debating this. This is already set in stone. You already lost that point. You can argue with the judges about that said thing, whether you believe it to be boundless or not. I explained this.
Was if he's above time and space. Why does being above time and space mean you're boundless?
Okay, I explained this in the debate. If you want to argue about judges with that point, you can do that. But however, he's boundless at the moment. So I'll explain that to you still if you would like. We can go over the let's go over the definition. I'll do it with everybody in here. So boom, I'll explain it to you. But if you disagree with that point, you'd have to go to judges. So boom, VSBW. Let's go to the tiering system. Right. Let's go to their tier system. Let's read off the definition. You're such a shit debater. It makes no sense. But let's read this. Entities are completely transcended over any and all forms of hierarchical extensions. More specifically, they encompass the collection of possible qualities represented by Waihana'e. So by doing that, you just have to transcend the entirety of space and time. They tell you this, and by doing that, you do that. That's all that goes into that.
Account for an actual boundless, like relevant account of what's happening, because what I'm asking
because they're talking about space and time in its entirety in the definition. That's what they're doing.
Okay, look. I'm asking you this because you're presupposing the VSBW definition, which does not account for things like narrative formats and abstractions on those higher levels.
They meet the definition, so that's what matters. Yet again, if you disagree with that point, you'd have to go to judges. I'm not gonna sit here and argue about a point that you already lost. You already lost that point. So what you're saying right now does not matter.
Are you actually gonna debate?
You already lost that point. So Rimuru's boundless. Where do you scale your character?
Yeah, okay, and I actually, why does me losing the point make it balanced? You just said because I lost the point. That's not actual justification.
Because I explained. Hold on. I'm telling you in the thing. I'm describing what boundless is. Then I'm telling you how Rimuru meets that condition. We debated that, and you lost that point. Okay, what are you on about?
I don't agree because you're using semantics that we haven't agreed upon.
Wait. I described the definition of boundless. Then I proceed to explain how Rimuru meets this definition. You lose that point. Wait. Stop. You lost that point. And then now you're saying you disagree. You already lost the point. We're on to the next point. You're coping right now. I don't want to hear it. This is the second time you've done this. You lost like this the last time. So go on to the next point. Anyways, scale your character. Stop wasting my fucking time. Or I spit on you. Hurry your bitch ass up. or leave the fucking VC and I'll bitch you out of this VC too. Since I supposedly banned you, like he was gonna bitch somebody.
Did he just call this nigga a slut?
Yeah, he's a slut, bro. Bro, I hate like LARPs, bro. I came to the server, he was like, yeah, this guy's ignorant. But like it just shows that this guy is so ass at debating, he can't even track why he lost the argument. They even tracked your argument while he was sitting on the fucking toilet. They explained it to you, and then one of your dumbass retards in chat, who by the way is friend requesting me like shit, like a fucking fanboy, who used to suck my dick in chat until I told him, get the fuck out my VC, I don't know you. Then now his feelings are hurt, he's heartbroken, now he's
Why
got a
the
dick
fuck
ride.
is everyone muted? Holy shit.
Because they're listening to their fucking father speak. Do the same. Fuck boy.
That shit bored. That shit bored.
You're not talking about me. You talk about the rest of the niggas,
dad.
by the way. You're not talking about me.
Anyway, Skep, go ahead and scale. Hurry up. Rimuru was boundless. Go ahead and scale your character. You'd have to either meet that, or you'd have to like. You're gonna have to concede. Which one are you gonna do? Find a boundless scale, because we know you don't got one. You're not debating, bro. You're not the one debating. Like, you need to learn how to listen. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to somebody. It's like, for an example, if somebody says the sky is fucking brown. I'm not gonna listen to somebody if it's clearly fucking blue. I'm not gonna listen to somebody who's a fucking retard. I'm not. I don't care about respect, bro. You don't deserve my respect for lying, bro. You're muted, nigga. I don't know why you're asking me retard ass questions. He left. Alright, he left. There y'all go. There goes y'all fucking proof. It's on recording. Never tag me or ping me in this fuck ass server again, you shit cans. The fuck?
What did I just witness?
Nigga got bitch so hard he left. And that's on recording.
Why is my body shivering, bro? What is wrong? I'm finna die. Ah, what's happening?
It's all them
Next-
damn perks, nigga.
Hey, next time you
Having
niggas
OD.
lie, you're Indian. That goes for you too, nigga. Next time you fucking lie. Bitch ass nigga. Know your fucking place, whore. I'll spit on you. Shit can.
Bro, why the moment I'll leave you immediately?
Since you're arguing for him, right? Do me a favor. Show me what context he provided to help out his said interpretation of the scan, because he didn't put that in the question.
Once again, and I hope you don't dodge the question once again. What was the argument that his interpretation didn't?
Your mic is shit. Your mic is shit.
Bro,
Can't hear.
level 1 rage, babe.
Try again.
Give it up.
No, I didn't. I don't know why like the dick rat is in the background just speaking.
Your mic is shit. Fix it.
Literally did AB first.
Fix it.
Fix
your mic. Fix your mic. We can't hear you. Fix your mic. We already answered this.
I got energy. You immediately start loud.
Fix your mic. Can't hear you.
Listen, kid, listen.
You're a
listen,
fucking
Alright.
pussy, girl. You're a pussy. I
Listen,
stand on your
listen,
fucking
listen.
neck and
No.
you.
Wait, this is Kuro? Wait. I want to know something about Kuro. Kuro got caught in the Girls Paradise server getting bitch slapped by a female on a loud mic on an iPhone, by the way. I just want to make this very clear. But anyways, let's go. Let's keep going. No, hold on. Let's keep going. Yo, Kuro, do me a favor. Show me a singular
Fuck all that.
bit of.
Fuck all that rapping. No. Fuck all that.
Wait, hold on. He's yapping.
So I'm gonna ask you the question for the 7th time.
I already answered the
What's
question.
argument that his interpretation is not
Why are
aligned
you
with the
so first to
scan?
be like nigga to be
Wait. What was the argument?
Just
We argued the statement in itself. We argued the statement.
The thing in question is whether.
The statement not in question. The interpretation is in question. The statement is not the interpretation. Genius. Do yourself a favor. Figure that out.
Follow from your interpretation. Whether or not
Wait. The scan follows from my interpretation. Yo, genius. Try again. You're not louder than me, and I'm gonna do this for you one more time. The scan has to be completely opposite of my said interpretation. Dickhead. So do yourself a favor and figure that out. It's not the opposite of my interpretation if it's completely verbatim to what I'm saying. He's saying he interprets the scan in a different way. I told him in the recording that it's verbatim. So do yourself a favor, fucking figure it out.
Oh
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
so retarded.
Like,
And
he's a
denying
retard.
that.
Anyways,
denying that
let's
retard.
keep going.
Give
Now,
a
Skep, where you at, bro? Scale your character to boundless. Hurry it
Oh my
up.
god, this is so bad. This is.
You already lost that point. Hurry
like,
the fuck
this
up.
is
Your
very,
bitch ass
very
friend can
bad.
keep talking.
Like, Law, you
Shit's
can
not
get
like what?
Armstrong again if
Shit
you
not gonna
like.
help you, nigga.
We can debate any topic right now.
Yeah, you can lose after.
Hurry it up.
No. We can debate any topic right now. Stop trying to debate light when he's talking about the same consequences.
Wait, you're gonna get RT Infinity? Wait, hold on, wait. He said he's gonna get RT Infinity?
It was
You know what's
honestly
crazy?
inconsequential. I don't give a fuck about your
Wait,
gay-ass
get RT in
opinion
here,
on
get
my
RT in
business.
here. Please get RT in here.
We can talk about
Please,
that.
oh my god. Wait, that same
Bro, we
RT
can run the
lost that
judgment topic right now.
Same
We're
Infinity
doing
you lost.
Okay, that's bad.
Try
Let
again.
Light and Hero
Try
finish
again.
up, though, okay?
No,
my
they already
goodness.
finished. Hero, let me speak like a little bit.
I'll just come like
Yo,
do my
law.
notes
It's
on your
cool.
mouth
It's
when
cool.
they
It's cool.
finish.
It's cool. Let's
Okay.
mute this nigga, right?
Alright, cool.
And we'll wait for the LARP session to happen, bro. These niggas are just talking. I don't care.
Girl,
Hurry
why
up,
are
bro.
you-
Yo, can we chill with the
Why are you
loud?
so bitch made?
Go back.
Like, he's loud micing because his friend lost. Anyways,
Yeah, see how you
hurry
always
up.
do it.
Where's your
Loud
second
Time,
point?
time,
Here,
you guys
bro.
speak. I
He's
see.
a scared little man. That's the reason he loud. Like, you know
Look,
other
look.
words. You know
Once they
everybody.
finish, I'll come back and just like melt
He's
your
a
mouth.
fucking
Hurry up.
retard.
He's talking.
People didn't understand.
Yatsu's talking. He's talking. He can't help himself.
This nigga Kuro never know a vagina in his life.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Look. What's Light and Hero?
I think that's
I'll
Light.
come back.
Light has the clean mic. Yes, that's me.
After,
His
like,
mic is
the
just
last
shit.
thing that
He's
you
trying to
do,
loud mic,
right?
but nobody
Bro,
understands him. The
shut your
point of a whole
bitch
loud mic is
ass
for it to
up.
be clear and loud.
Damn.
That shit don't work,
I just
bro.
gave you the condition.
That shit
What's
do not
Light
work
and
on
Hero?
you.
Finish, I'll
Bro,
mute your mouth.
Please wrap this shit up.
You want-
Sagiri, who you trying to press, bro? Let me know.
Yeah, we can talk about the judgment later, kid. Once
Sagiri,
they
why'd you
finish.
ping me?
Nigga, fuck the judgment.
Finish
You
the
want
debate.
any topic.
No,
Wait, hold on. I want to know something. There's some nigga in this call right now who was like boyfriend for Buki. I remember what happened to him. Didn't he get like, did he get dicked down by RG or some shit like that, and he never came back to the column again? Wait, for Buki? Do we have to remember this whole series where you niggas try to go back and forth with me and lost? Wait, let's go to the DM, Sagiri, where I had to make you apologize, you fucking ass nigga. Don't ever sit here and talk to me ever again, Sagiri. Don't ever try to ping me and chat first me, you bitch ass nigga. Hold on. You press that nigga, I'm pressing this nigga. Just mute me real quick. Yo, Sagiri, what are you gonna do?
I got you. Hold on.
Yo, Sagiri, do me a favor. What are you gonna do?
What'd you say, girl?
'Cause I'll run through this entire server. What's up?
Yeah, just
People talking about who go EDR who? Do something for me. Shake something for me.
Anyways,
Shake something for me, Sagiri. Shake something for me. Do something.
If you're straight non-affirmative, then actually defeat his argument. He's giving alternative.
Stupid bitch, what are you talking about? Yo, Sagiri, why'd you ping me in chat? Don't ever ask me a question a day in my life. You're below me, fuck nigga. Like I won't get for in here to call you a bitch again.
Yeah,
Shit
mute that
outta here.
ass up. Yeah, nigga, your mama came in up, bitch ass
Anyways,
boy.
his mom came in the fucking room. I heard his mom. His mom
late as
came in
fuck,
the
nigga. You better
room.
take your bitch
His
ass
mom
to sleep.
came
You got
in the
homework, bitch.
Yo, Sagiri, I'm harmless. Sagiri. What are you gonna do? Because I remember you guys were LARPing to a 16-year-old. Mind you, you're grown ass men. And that same 16-year-old came in your bitch ass server and made both of you leave Discord. You want to talk about the Archimedes incident?
But yo,
Oh, you came back, your mom?
You want to talk about the Archimedes incident? Sagiri, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about it?
with anybody?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
that's
did.
fine.
You left.
Oh,
man, let's-
You
no,
left
let's
for
gonna be
it.
decided
You then
here,
came
kid.
back to Jester
Nah,
server, which
what's
I
the
bought,
argument?
by the way. Which all the
I already
proof
told
is
you. I'm not
Hold on,
gonna
wait.
confuse you ad nauseum.
Let me go to Jester server. real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah, remember that just shows your tracking skills.
No,
Debate. It's called debate list.
What is your
if I'm
mom
not
coming in and beat
mistaken.
the shit out you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, she did. Now, what's the argument?
I bought it out. Where's that
Already told you
server?
the
Let me go to it.
Okay.
I remember this. They made this nigga leave
Hey,
court so
it's probably
fast.
similar,
Him and
right? So
Fabuki
you
just
agree
never
that
came
when you
back.
gave the
These
alternate
niggas got
view
beat
to
up so
the
bad in
scan,
Jester's
right?
old server. That shit had me dying.
Do I agree
bruh.
that he gave an alternative interpretation to the scan?
Okay, yeah, you agree with that, right?
Where's this shit at?
Oh,
here
yeah, I
it is.
agree he gave an
Okay,
alternative.
so you agree that when
Oh
there are
my
two possibilities
god.
that can be true,
I
right?
remember this debate list.
Yeah, but why use the context of the scan as his
Oh my
probability?
goodness,
the same
server got nuked.
He
Oh
responded
my
in non-affirmative.
god.
He said, why could this be, or couldn't this be the case, or why isn't this the case, or why is this the case?
Wait,
He never made any definitive assertion.
I'm gonna do we have the
Look,
same
you
old
realize
chats in
Hero's
here. We
entire
don't. It
thing
got
is saying
nuked.
that this thing can be reducible
Oh my
back
god, sad
to his
days. You're lucky,
interpretation,
nigga.
right?
They had you meowing in chat.
Yeah, but him
They had
saying
this
that
nigga Sagiri meowing in chat and being a bitch.
that is just an alternative interpretation. Like I said,
Okay, yeah, listen. So
Yo,
for the
Sagiri,
alternate
unmute, bro.
interpretation
Shake
to what
something.
this game can be reduced
Shake something.
to, do you think it provides probability for Light's thing
Shake
if that's
something,
what's
bro.
in question?
What are you gonna
what the
do?
fuck are you talking about, nigga?
Okay, so
You're wasting my time, Sagiri. Bro.
No,
You're on
nigga,
mute.
no. See, what
You
Hero
come in here
did
to
was
press.
he
You must
tried
know
to
who you are.
use
Know your
like
place.
the scan as his basis to say, oh well, they don't explicitly say specifically that he's above all dimensionality and shit like that, so you can't possibly be asserting this to be the case. What Light was
I'll give
saying
you
is that
$100 to
because
EDR me.
Reader
Nigga,
was
the
supposed to be
bottom.
able to transcend
Yo,
space
hold
and
on,
time, that
wait.
means
Yo,
they
Sagiri, how does
transcend
EDR work?
dimensionality. This has been trained by
Yeah,
space and time.
I'll show you.
Never
and-
defeated that or attacked that.
Look,
All you gotta do is go to Telegram. That shit's $20, nigga. That shit's not hard to do. Why are you acting like that shit's something special? You Discord niggas LARP about everything. Like that's some.
three spatial axes and one temporal dimension and not dimension.
That's not what Light was arguing, which is why Hero didn't defeat it.
No, I agree. That's not what Light was arguing. That's what Hero was arguing. He's saying the interpretation or the scan can be reducible down to his interpretation.
So that's just skepticism then.
Sure, it's questioning
Yeah,
why his interpretation is true. So what was the probability reason?
The probability inducer is just the diction itself. It's the fact they specifically say it's not just the ability to visit a place that you've already been. It's the ability to transcend space and time. And like was using
Look,
it
oh
as
my
a
god,
basis
look,
to say that it's above
look. Law, you're confused.
No,
What
nigga, you're
Hero
confused.
is saying what transcend space and time could mean is
Yeah, and
that
I
it can,
understand.
look, Law, listen.
The
He's
problem with
saying
that
that could mean the three spatial and one temporal.
on this specific instance, whereas light did, and Hero didn't attack it. Are you fucking retarded? Are you even listening to me, nigga?
Law, listen. He's saying what they mean by that can be the three spatial and one temporal. You saying he
That's
referred
not
back
what he
to
said.
that
He
point.
said that they can mean that by
You
that.
saying, listen. You saying
Just
he
what?
referred back to that is a blatant question bag.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, so being clear. What's in question is whether or not what they mean by transcend space and time is dimensionality and totality, or just the three spatial and one temporal. So you repeating that it's in it's in reference, English, to the totality is just a blatant question bag.
No, it's not, nigga.
Oh, okay, so
Look, and I'll explain to you the reason why it's not. It's because what Hero did in that specific instance was provide this alternative interpretation, right? But the problem with that is that it's literally just baseless skepticism. You can say, oh, well, this can mean this, but the fact that he never took a definitive stance and said that this does mean this and provided any context means that he has no probability to initiate it. Right? If you actually pay attention to the skin itself, it says the clause right before that. Not the
yeah,
ability
good,
that you've already been before.
explain it, Law.
So, wait.
Explain.
Hold on.
Come
Can
on.
I finish?
Yeah, go to finish.
Okay, cool. I don't know what I was just gonna go with that. You just made me fuck up. But basically,
Okay,
like,
so
shut up, nigga, damn.
So Law, the basis for it was that what the scan said was too vague, right? That it can lead to his interpretation. That's what the basis was. And even if there wasn't a basis, I don't remember Light questioning if there why skepticism needs a basis. I don't remember Light questioning that.
He did.
I don't
He
know
did.
that matters, but
On that,
even if I
actually.
grant he did question that, right? He said due to the vagueness of the statement, it could be in reference to either one. So even if he did question it, there was a basis provided.
The basis being wait. So the basis is the vagueness of the statement. Is what you're
Yeah,
trying
the
to say.
statement is so vague that it can be interpreted as either one. This
Okay,
basis
that's
is the
perfectly
scan.
fucking fine. But we're
Oh, I
gonna
know
just
it's
do this
fine. That's
ad
why I
nauseam.
said it.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna do this ad nauseum if you don't just accept the fact that Light had a probability inducer and Hero didn't. If you actually
listen.
you're all
You keep running back to this. No, you keep running back to this. I'm saying the probability raiser begs the question. It's not a probability raiser because that's already in question and therefore it doesn't provide an inducer of probability.
Bro, I'm about to explain this, okay? Let's say I say
Okay.
apples are red, right? And then you say apples are green. Then I actually give a scientific reason to substantiate why apples are generally red or why they're all red, right? You just say, well, apples can also be green. That is not going to substantiate the probability or the truth value of that claim.
Well, that's not even a probability
Even if
raiser.
it does have a basis, skepticism with a basis doesn't keep the argument necessarily.
Look,
It puts it
let
in
me
the question.
listen. Let me give you a better example.
in that
Let me
argument,
give you a better example. No.
not question.
Not only was that not a probability raiser, that example just sucked. But I'll give you a better example, right? So if I were to say, due to my prior years, I have motivation in believing that these 10 people will, finish a
I
race
can't
in
wait.
10
Shit's
seconds,
so gas.
and then somebody says.
You said he's losing it,
there
Kuro?
was
He's not
certain
losing it, Kuro.
conditions or
What
something
the
that
fuck?
can be reducible
Oh
back
my
to
god, the
something else
delusion
from
is
those
Kuro.
10 priors. That doesn't provide probability anymore because those 10 priors are now in question. So if you were to try and refer back to the 10 priors, that begs a question.
Dude, you're completely not tracking. Like you're having
Okay,
this.
yeah.
You're having it. Wait. You're having an issue. And I'm gonna explain this to you because you clearly
Yep,
want
I'm the
to
one with the issue here. That's
Hold on, Kuro, hold on. What's going on here is skepticism. Would you not agree with that? It is skepticism, right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
he is applying to your skepticism, okay? Now, in a debate context, if you're appealing to the opponent's skepticism, that means that you're appealing to that burden, right? You're fulfilling a burden, right? Which is going to inherently mean that you're placing a probability producer for your argument, for your claim, right?
Wait,
That
do
is
you think
exactly
when
what
you're
I did.
when you're
The
questioning
problem,
something?
wait, girl. The
problem is Hero did not attack what Light did to substantiate his argument. That is not what happened. Hero asked, if anything, he was the one begging a question. He just repeatedly asked, why isn't this the case? Why can't this be the case? Why does this have to specifically be referred to this? And then when Light explained why this nigga just continued to go ad nauseum.
Did you just say him
That is
questioning
really
something
wrong.
is a question bag?
What?
Did you just say him questioning something is a question bag?
It's like literally just him begging the question, not like 1,000 times. He's dead ass just overly questioning. Hyperskepticism for real.
Yeah. Look, besides that, like, blunder of doom and disparity. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Besides that, look,
Like,
besides
shut up,
that
down.
blunder, besides that blunder, dude.
Holy argument.
Let's get back to the argument, right?
Yeah,
Yo,
girl,
keep on
that
arguing.
Yo, stop laughing.
Man, it's just a laugh. How many years old?
I had to be quiet.
Oh, bro, what, bro? Just give
Oh God.
Stop
Okay, look, the probability was defeated. Well,
Stop smiling.
there
That was the
wasn't even-
probability.
Look, there wasn't even a
What did
probability
Hero say?
given.
What did Hero say?
Look,
How
there
did
wasn't
you
even a
defeat
probability raiser there because the probability raiser was already in question. You can't.
Well, how was a probability raiser a question? How did Hero question? Are you yo, you're down to No, because you're taking right now. Actually, let's not listen to the whole debate.
Look, wow. The reason it's not a probability raiser is because the scan itself is in question. What they
What
mean,
the fuck? You're a fucking retard.
look, what they mean by the sentence is what's in question, right? So
Yes,
it says,
Light explained what he was
I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you agree, Law.
Substantiate why that interpretation is valid.
Look, I'm glad you agree that this the statement was what was in question. So now that you agree with that, how does him reappealing this to this sentence to give like a probability raiser not beg the question?
Not re-appealing to just the sentence, nigga. It's specifically the diction and context used, nigga.
Okay, oh my God, and
Problem.
once
I just
again,
brought that-
Hero is saying that the context is reducible back to his interpretation.
Oh, they use this very specific wording, which is why this interpretation is in line with
Look,
Law. You do not listen.
Law. Hero is saying that the context is also reducible back to his interpretation. Via is saying the same thing, dude.
Did Hero just tell you that right now?
No, he said that. And look, it just seems you're very confused on what was happening within the debate. So, look, Light, let's get you in here. Let's get you in the mix.
Like, I hate it. Dumb nigga who try to
what do
act
you
arrogant
think?
so much.
What do you think made you win that debate? Let's get you in the mix. Come on.
Bro, just cut to the fucking chase. Get your shitty
Light,
ass.
come on. Light, I see you arguing in chat, bro. You can mic up. What do you think made you win that debate?
What are you talking about?
Look, it just seems like you were very confused on what was happening within the conversation. So I hope Light
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I
in the
was
mix,
low-key
and he
thinking
can help
about-
you here. Light, so what do you think
You stop
made
doing
you
that.
win that
Ryan.
debate? Let's get a post interview here.
Can you repeat that?
Light, can you stop like being silent? We know you're here. Can you mic up first real quick? Okay, so the guy's just gonna run away. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, the irony. This nigga who dug me for 15 minutes straight.
Look, can somebody tell Light in chat?
This
from
shit is
the
just
mic up
way
and
too
give
easy.
his
Wait, who's the
post
judges?
interview?
Law and XA. You'd lose to them too, so
Oh,
don't
you want a
even.
post-game interview?
Yeah, man, I want a post game interview from Light, man. I want to see what made him think he won that game.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody
This
tell
shit's too
Light
easy,
to
man.
like, come out of this conversation.
This shit is way too fucking easy, bro. At the same time,
Oh well, I guess I'll
Light.
take the Light. Yo, Tamaki.
I love how this nigga just completely avoided the debate. Like, he just
nigga,
left out
what
of
are you
it.
asking me, bro? What?
Oh yeah, so I want to ask, what made you think you won that debate?
Okay,
What makes you
great.
think
So
Shiro
his
won that
main
debate?
argument was predicated on the fact that he's using agnosticism to argue against the stand's right validity. They're talking about, right?
Okay.
Right? Okay, great. No, let's break this down. It's all in the recording. He even conceded himself.
Okay,
and I'll
let's
play
break
this.
this down.
I'll
Let's break it
play that. Let's break it
No,
down.
nobody asked you to do that.
So
Let's break it down.
his first argument was
Okay,
saying,
first argument.
yeah, prove that they're separating dimensionality from the entirety of space and time. So we go over the wording of the said scan, and I told him that it's verbatim. He doesn't argue against that. No argument was presented. That's in the recording, by the way. So we skip to the next argument when we're arguing about the concept of space and time and whether it has another meaning to it, yes or no. I asked him that question.
Wait,
Yeah, you can ask him. Ask him.
no, maybe I had a hearing problem. You just said dimensions are distinct from space and time?
No, we talked about the distinction of dimensionality versus like what they're talking about in the span of space and time. He said that they're talking about dimensionality only. I said that they're talking about the entirety of space and time and dimensionality. That they go hand in hand in the span. They're both talking.
I don't think that helps you. But anyways, yeah, go ahead,
It definitely
continue.
does. It definitely does.
Yeah, go ahead,
That's an
continue.
argument.
Go ahead.
Bro,
Anyways,
even
right?
if it didn't, Hero didn't attack it.
Exactly.
Side character. No, you're the side character here.
Why
You're
your
the
friend?
side character.
Yo.
No,
Anyways, to break
you're the
this down.
side character. Let the main character interview the other side character here, please.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah,
side
yeah,
character.
go ahead.
Kidding me when I leave these
To break this down. To break this down.
Go
to
ahead.
break- Anyways, right? Your friend, since you're saying that doesn't help me, your friend is the one that's speaking that argument. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I didn't ask. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, well, no.
argument?
That's what you asked for. That's what you asked for. Anyways, such
Yeah,
a bitch
but
ass.
didn't ask. Like,
Right?
and
So I'm
you
gonna break
cutting
this
out
down.
there isn't gonna
Right?
help
This
you
shit is
here.
so sad.
But continue.
Anyways, so as we keep going into this
I got you.
argument further on, whatever.
Wait, what pings?
Right? That was his only argument. So then he implied equal interpretation for his last final argument, right? He says, well, my interpretation of the scan is that they're just talking about a certain level within terms of dimensionality, right? He's talking about even if I did grant you 4D, that's nothing to me. So that's what he's talking about. I tell him that, no, they're talking about the fact that he transcends the entirety of space and time, and that's it, that's all. We argue that, and the reason why it fits within my argument, in my quote-unquote interpretation, is because they're verbatimly telling him that in the sentence, right? That Rimuru transcends the entirety of space and time, not just a layer or a location that he chooses to reach. That is not what happens, right? So then the argument goes through, he doesn't argue against that, and the debate ended right there. He just repeats himself for the next 30 minutes. So do me a favor, shut your bitch ass up and go ahead and ask somebody else a question, man.
I'm just gonna
Wrap that shit
ask
up.
once again. You don't think? Well, not only that there's nothing saying entirety
Shit
here,
is
but
too easy
the
for me,
fact,
bro.
What they mean by entirety can just be in reference to the entirety of the three spatial and one temporal dimension.
You don't even know what you're saying.
Oh, this nigga.
Oh my god, you don't. Wait, he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying. Wait.
Oh my God,
Law,
oh my God.
Law. You know what's crazy? Law. None of these. Law. Look, I'm talking to you. I have him muted. Law, I have him muted. Mute him. Law. I have him muted. I'm gonna make a vid out of this. I
I don't
can't
see what's
fucking
wrong
wait.
with it being
Nah, bro, I
entirely
ain't gonna-
Right. Let's do this. Right? You're retarded. The entirety of space and time is what? The entirety of space and time is what?
Wrong. Wait.
Yeah, no. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm bothering you. What is the entirety of space and time?
Please be
What
quiet.
is the entirety of space and
There's
time?
nothing wrong
What
with
is the entirety of
something
space and
being
time?
moved to
What is the
only the
entirety of
third
space and
dimension.
time?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yo, that's not what I asked you. No,
Okay,
what is
wait,
the
what
entirety
you
of space and
asking me?
None
time?
of you niggas can track. Holy shit.
What is the entirety of space and time? This
The
is you're
entirety of
arguing.
space and time is only-
You're
you're so
arguing
dumb.
against your own
The
friend.
entirety-
You're
wait,
arguing against your own friend right
You
now.
ask me a question and
You're
you're gonna get
arguing against your own friend.
Wait,
You're
okay,
arguing
wait,
against
calm
your
down.
own friend.
I don't know this guy, Kuro.
You're arguing. No. Not Kuro. You're arguing against Hero. You're arguing against Hero right now. You're arguing against his own argument and you don't even realize it. You're arguing against his argument and you don't even realize it.
Let him
You know it's bad.
Let him speak.
Let me speak. Hold on. So that question that you just asked me, why is it not referring to the entirety of three dimensions? It's what his argument is predicated on.
Are you
Right?
retarded?
Wait, you're a fucking retard.
Like we're wrong this way. Okay, let's
Dollar Store, whatever your name is. Hey, go ahead and talk.
This guy's so retarded. This shit's too easy, bro. Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm holding.
So I'm gonna explain this to you, right?
Uh-huh.
You ready? So his argument,
I really
right,
am.
Just
that
make
they're
that
only
minimally,
talking
so-
about the fourth dimensional plane, right? He only reaches 4D. Right? Yes or no? Yes or wait. It's on recording. It's on recording. So don't tell me dumb. It's on recording. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm louder than you. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm louder than you. It does not matter. You're not gonna get a singular word out if you're not gonna let me finish it. I'm louder than you. So try again. Shut your bitch ass up. I'm going to re-explain this to you since you're gonna just keep talking.
If you're
Right?
louder than me, then speak. It's not that hard.
Yo, shut up.
Yo,
Anyways,
I'm yelling.
as they say in this scan, I'll just mute you. The rest are hearing me. They're not hearing
that's
you.
what
I'm just
I'm
gonna say this: how you look like a
Okay.
fucking retard right now. In this scan, directly, what they're telling you into referral to, they're saying that space and time in its entirety, right? Now, mind you, say that there's only four-dimensional planes, right?
Mhm.
If I say that he transcends the entirety of space and time, right? And there's only
Yeah.
four-dimensional planes. Great.
Now, let's say he's meeting the actual concept of what space and time would be, which is what we refer to in real life, general relativity. So every
No,
other
that's not
theory
really
to ever
true.
exist,
That's
right?
not really
Let's say
true.
he's referring to that.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
let's agree.
What exists outside of space and time? Please tell me in real life what exists outside of space and time.
Concepts and shit, dumbass.
No, concepts don't exist outside of space
Okay,
and time.
so
They're just
asexual,
ideas.
atemporal
Ideas. Hold on.
Wait,
When you're
wait,
talking
wait,
about-
whoa, wait, whoa, whoa, wait. You went
wait.
on your entire rant. Wait,
Wait.
you went on your
You're talking
entire
about
rant.
theories of
No,
forms.
wait, yo,
Theories of
yo.
forms was created by a
Calm down
human.
now.
That's something that's
Calm
confined by
down.
space and
Let's
time.
calm down now.
You're
Let's calm
talking
down
about
now.
theories
Let's
of
calm down
forms.
Let's
You're
calm
talking
down
about
now.
theories
Let's
of
calm down
forms.
now, because I don't know why you're yelling at
We
me.
can calm down.
Wait,
We're
let's calm
talking.
down. Let's calm down. Let's calm
You're
down.
talking
Let's calm
about
down.
theories
Let's
of
calm down.
forms.
Calm down. Let's calm.
You're talking about theories of forms.
Please calm down. I'm scared, man.
You're LARPing. You're LARPing. You're talking about theories of forms. That's what you're talking about.
Wait, even if I
You
grant
said the concepts exist outside of space and time, correct?
No, even if I grant I'm LARPing.
Yo. Show me. Hold on. Show me in general relativity where that's the case.
So what?
Show me in general relativity where that's the case.
So I never said anything about general relativity.
No. General relativity
I never
talks about
said anything
different.
about general
Hold on. Shut
I
your
never
up.
said anything
General
about
relativity
that.
quite literally talks
Please
about
don't
different
flop me
dimensional
on me,
planes and
bro.
what
Please
exists
don't
and
flop me
what
on me.
could
Please
exist
don't
in
flop
those
me
certain
on me,
planes,
bro. I didn't
right?
say anything
So we
about
go
general
from
relativity.
conceptual things, right? Which is why we talk about dimensionality,
spatial
like
atemporal
dimensional
thing.
theory, so on and so forth. It remains a theory and it'll always be a theory until something is proven. Right now, what you just said has never been a theory. So now, mind you, when you're talking about philosophy, you're talking about Plato's theories of forms. Now, do yourself a favor. Show me where in Plato's theories of forms do they prove that concepts exist outside of space and time. Show me that.
I don't never made the claim though. I'm saying I'm never.
You did make that claim. That's on recording.
Concepts exist
You did make that claim. That's on recording.
You calm down because I'm not.
It's on recording.
I'm trying to
It's on
speak.
recording.
I don't know if you can only like.
Wait. Do you want to
I
make
don't
this
know if
cordial?
like,
Do you want to have like a
only
genuine
please
conversation about this?
Calm down and let me. Another person
Wait.
speak.
If you want this to be an actual if you want this to be an actual topic, we can calm down. We can calm down. Is that what you want it to be?
All right, let's calm.
Look,
All right, calm it. All right, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna reinstate this, and I'm gonna say it calmly. Ready?
What the fuck?
For us to be calm, you know you niggas gotta let each other talk, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it calmly. Right?
Wait, I'm trying to let him
down.
speak, but when
Settle
I
down.
start
Settle down.
speaking,
Settle down.
there's a
Settle down.
problem
Settle
here?
down. Shut your ass up. Let's settle down. Settle down. Good boy. Anyways, right? I'm gonna say this. Right?
Japan, bro.
Simple as
Don't
this.
let it sound like that,
Did he even refer to a specific form of existence?
I'm gonna. Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes,
Where?
he's recording. Yes, he did. Great. Okay, let's go through it. You ready? Sure. Let's go through it.
What are you talking about?
You said that he referred to a certain form of
Yeah,
existence, correct?
I asked a single question.
Yeah, Japan,
Why?
he did.
Why does that exist?
Japan, he said
Yo. What was your
that
question?
was referred to.
Repeat it so I can answer.
I said, was he even referring to? Okay, please, was he even referring to another thing of existence, or another level of
Your mic is
existence?
shit.
What?
Your mic is shit. I couldn't hear that.
Okay, was he even referring to another level of existence?
Yes, he was.
Okay, where?
Okay, so in the recording, let's go to it.
Mhm.
He farther says that they're only talking about the third dimensional plane, which will make him 4D. That's what he was talking about. Yes, and then he says no. He says in the recording, and I'll play it to you. He says in the recording, right? He says some stupid shit, and he realized that what he said was fucking retarded because he goes on mute afterwards, and he starts spam pinging his friends to join and try to jump everybody at once. Now I'm gonna say this to you, and I'm gonna say exactly what's in the recording. What came out of his mouth is what's gonna be in the recording, right? You ready? He said, right? Oh, even if he did transcend a third dimensional plane, which you're talking about a different form of existence, right? He would only be 4D. Now, did I disagree with that? No. If that was the case, now keyword if.
Play it.
Right? Cool. Now,
Just play it.
hold on. I'm gonna say what he said that in
Just play
response.
it. Wait,
No, what he said that. Hold on, wait, I'm not
No,
finished.
just play it. It doesn't.
He said that in response to. He said, I said that. Can you prove to me
Just play it.
that they're talking
Play
about
it.
a different
Not that hard,
concept of
just play
space and time?
Just play it.
Simple as
Just
that.
play it. Just I don't.
That shit's not on.
Our backstory of Rainbow. Just play it.
Let's play this shit.
Oh no! What's happening?
Oh, shit.
Wait, hold on. Let me get Tamaki too, because I have fucking game in the background.
I don't know if Tamaki can talk right now. I think that nigga playing the game reviewing this video or some shit. His usual NCO kit.
Let me open up CapCut so I can put it at 200%. Oh my goodness. About.
Dude,
Bro.
you were not listening to that.
I'll play it back for you.
Literally,
Just so
nigga,
you
I'm
know
playing-
what
I'm
I'm
playing-
talking about.
Let's keep it a beat.
That's irrelevant.
Still listening to that. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no like. There's literally nothing. He just said nothing to what I said in response, which is why he
So,
lost the
Kuro,
debate.
Kuro, you heard that recording, right? So you
Dude,
heard
I
how
was
Hero
not
He
listening
said nothing
definitive
to it.
claims.
He ignored the
He
point.
made no definitive claims on me.
Look, I think that doesn't defeat anything, buddy. That's fine.
Oh look, he's
Nigga,
trolling now.
stop raging.
This
Oh
guy's
my
a
God,
troll.
Kuro.
Give me
Kuro,
that.
you're not a
Wait.
This nigga
No,
Kuro's
Kuro,
rage
Kuro,
bait,
bullshit,
bro.
I
God,
don't-
you're not slick.
No, look. I don't know you. I don't know you. No. Hold on. Even if you're trolling, right? I just want to hear you respond to it.
Here.
No. Kuro, stop trolling. Stop trolling, because I can hear
Kuro, I can hear you smiling, nigga. I know your
Please
face.
stop. Please stop laughing. And please stop trying to spare your friend's
So,
feelings. For the love of God, bro. Because this
If
nigga's
your
so ass.
stand can lead
Please.
to a
Did
different
he?
conclusion,
No.
will you accept
Stop.
your conclusion?
Did he respond to the point? Yes or no? Because you
Bro, I
heard it
didn't even
and you
listen to the
started fucking
recording.
laughing. I heard
know
you
he
laugh.
responded to every single like important part. That's
No.
how I told him. I don't care if
No,
like,
he
didn't
did
respond
it.
to some
No, he did
little
it.
side
No, he
part
did it.
there.
No, he did it.
I
No, he
really
did it.
responded to
Kuro,
every single
no, he
thing. I
did
really
it.
gave an interpretation or he
Kuro's
questioned
trolling.
everything you
Kuro's
said.
trolling. Okay, dollar
So,
sign. I'll
look.
ask you, since Kuro's fucking laughing that shit off.
Look,
Do me a
look,
favor.
Look, I hope you
Did
guys
he
don't
respond to
continue
the
run
point?
away and try to make it seem like it's like funny or something.
Can you
I'm
answer
gonna
that?
ask you like dead serious here. Was there a single point where he didn't question anything? I don't
Yes,
see why it has to be.
Yes,
a
yes, there was.
definitive thing.
He didn't question
questioned
anything
or
that was
provided
presented to
an
him.
equal
That's why he lost.
interpretation,
Do you want
or
to play
usually
it?
beg the question
You
so
can
he
laugh.
concluded.
No. I can show you. He didn't respond to any of my points.
He literally
Wait,
didn't.
so
He
just
just
being
provided a
clear, being
completely
clear, the
alternative
only important thing I
interpretation
care
that didn't
about-
even use the same basis.
No, I don't see why you continue to mic up as a side character. Stay on the sideline.
Nigga, you're literally a
Look,
One Piece mountain bandit. What are you talking about?
No, you're like you're the
Bro,
tiny
you're
side
fucking
character.
dog shit,
Light
bro.
is
You
the
have
big
never
side
beaten me.
character.
You never will
Let me
beat me. You're
focus
my
on the
fucking
big side character
offspring.
here,
You're
and then
trash,
I'll get
nigga.
to
You
you,
debate
kid.
like a worse version of me in
Okay,
2022. You fucking suck.
Don't come yet. At that point, just Islam.
Nigga, you're fucking
Rate
ass.
me Islam, my family. Don't insult me like that.
Good fucking lord, nigga. You have the blood of a Somalian in your veins. That's the
Bro,
reason you so ass right now.
Look, Light. I'm just gonna ask you once again. When it came to that little space-time point, was there a time that he didn't provide the equal interpretation, and then
Nope.
you tried to give a probability raised by begging the question there?
No, I didn't. You want me to play the recording on that?
Oh,
too?
okay.
He lied
Look,
to you.
you've already agreed to everything I said, so I don't know why you have to sit up here and
Oh,
lie.
I didn't. I didn't. That's also recording. Hold on, wait, stop.
Look, I don't know why you have to sit up here and lie when you and Law have both
It's
agreed
fine.
to everything I
I'll play
had
the
to
recording
say.
back to you on
And
that
then
too.
you guys just
I
ran
can't
away
believe
and then
it.
muted.
Now,
I don't know if it's just a
reasoning
common thing with
is
these
evidence, and
communities
evidence is
to
reasoning.
run
to
away
that
from the
fact,
question
right?
at
When you
hand
make a
and,
reason,
you know,
right, align a reason for why
instead
your
of answering the
interpretation
question, they
applies,
run
you
away and
also
then
need
get
context
punched
for
on when
that
they
line
come
of
back.
reason.
But
The
it's just not
reason
gonna
why
work,
you
so I'm just
need
gonna ask
that
once again,
context is
what
because
the
anything that
probability
you
raised
assert
was for the
after that
interpretation.
only becomes 50-50. And the reason why I use the wordage as said context is because it fits with what I'm saying, because I'm not saying anything different. I'm repeating it right in the same wording. And I'm saying that this is what they're saying, and he's disagreeing with that. Now, when I asked him for evidence for his interpretation, I asked him to show context. You know what he did? He didn't respond to that point. There's no point in that. He didn't respond to
the scan is in question. You can't provide a probability raised with the thing in question.
You can't. By the way, the scan's not in question. My interpretation's in question.
Okay,
It's on recording. I ask him what he's putting into question. He's putting my wordage into question. Genius. He says this in recording. That's where your friend fucked up.
This is what
It's
makes me
on
mad,
recording.
bro.
Do you want me to
he
play
turns
it?
This guy, hey, no. I swear to God. Yes, I said
Wait.
it.
No. I'll just play it. I'll play it.
Bro,
Where your
bro,
friend
listen,
quite literally
listen,
doesn't even put the scan into question. He accepts the scan for what it says. He just questions my own interpretation on the scan. He doesn't question the wording. He asked me a question, right? That's not. By the way, he said, yeah, where do they say in the scan? Now, mind you, this is not putting the scan in question. There's a huge difference between this. He's asking me for where my interpretation lies. Now, I said, yeah, where they say that they're definitively talking about a difference between a location and the entirety of space and time is in the scan. And then you know what he says? He moves on. He says, well, I still feel like my interpretation would be 50-50. He never puts the scan directly in the question. He never says, this scan is too vague. He never says, this scan, oh no, this scan is saying something completely else. Nothing. I'll play it. Hold on.
was actually-
You're questioning the existence
bro.
of the said
I
thing.
just think you're
Questioning
very,
the
very
existence of
confused,
something,
bro.
You need a
You
reliable
refer back to the interpretation,
reasoning is evidence,
which is like what's in
reasoning.
question.
It becomes evidence.
What's in question is
behind
what
it.
they
What is the
mean, what you
context
think they
behind
mean
this that
by
they're
that.
talking about anything else.
He's saying what they mean by space and
Let us
time
know.
are just the 4 dimensions. He's saying what they mean by
as I
distance
said
is
prior,
inside
you're
of those
saying
4
that
dimensions.
agnosticism isn't a stance
So,
that's already wrong.
once again,
Agnosticism-
Be quiet, be quiet.
There's no
Let them hear the recording. Be quiet.
here. You just
Yeah,
seem to be
it's a
pivoting away
stance
from it every
of
single time you
position
question
that
it.
neither
And
position is
whenever I actually
Right,
start
like,
pushing on you
you know,
about it,
There you go.
just seem to
He
run away
never
and
puts the
mute
scan
me.
into question. He just questions my interpretation of it
Look,
after I
look,
told him
look,
why
look,
my
look,
interpretation
look,
flies.
okay, look,
And he does this
just for
again,
clarity here,
again, and again.
Every time I say scan, it's just gonna be in reference to the way that you're viewing the scan that you're trying to map onto. So when you try to reappeal to the
So
scan
the
of your
interpretation.
interpretation,
Oh my god, this nigga's not
no,
real.
look, he's trying to map his interpretation onto it. He's saying is verbatimly stated. Is just blatantly wrong because what he's saying is verbatimly stated is his interpretation.
Oh wait,
His
wait! I have a
interpretation. Don't
question,
hate being
Kuro.
sick,
In
bro.
this
It makes me
scan,
be like a
he
retard.
never says that I'm blatantly wrong. You know this, right?
Chris, I see
He
how
never
you
says
feel
that I'm
about
wrong
it,
in this
bro.
entire recording. He
Yeah,
just
because
questions
that'd be
my
taking a
interpretation. He
stance,
says
right? That'd be
he also
taking a
admits to
definitive
not
stance
having.
that
He
was
also
what he
admits
has
to not
to prove.
denying it or asserting that it's true, because he's
Look,
taking an
right,
agnostic
right.
stance,
I don't
and
think
that's
you know
what an
what
agnostic stance
is.
does.
So, agnosis is questioning the truth of something, right? So when
Yeah,
you
you're not
assert something,
denying
whether
it. You're just
inside of this
questioning it.
proposition
When you're
and
questioning
it's true
something,
or
you're not
false,
denying whether it exists or not. If you're denying it, then you're asserting it. So I said, then
Yeah,
in
I
that
agree.
case, you're
Okay.
making an indirect assertion, which is said on the
Okay.
recording. And then he says, well, no, I'm not indirectly asserting it. He admits to that. So therefore, he's just questioning it, not whether it's wrong or
Okay.
right.
Yeah, so listen. If the truth value of the proposition is unknown, why would we accept it being true?
Wait, then again, I had you muted.
Oh my god, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave.
Okay,
right?
look. He didn't take a stance, right? Meaning that he doesn't have to prove anything, right? You took a stance, meaning that it is your job, your burden to prove that it is true, right? Now, all he's doing is sitting here questioning everything you have to say. He's questioning the truth value of it, whether this thing is true or not. So if he's questioning out whether or not this thing is true, and you have yet to provide a probability razor for your interpretation, why would we accept yours?
Okay, why would we accept mine? Because there is no counter evidence or counter argument to this.
Oh my God,
thing.
you're retarded.
That's how that works.
Nigga, that's how debates work.
Look,
Raised it, and that's all.
do you think,
Wait.
think that we should have just accept
Wait, hold on.
God
Let's
existed
keep
because
talking
there's
because I have you
counter for
muted.
it?
That's something called Occam's razor,
Look-
by the way. You lead to the most logical assumption or you come to the most likely. And when
have
you
to
come to the most
assume-
likely, then therefore in any format of debate you be correct. So
I
I
An
want you to.
assumption can be based off of evidence, nigga.
Yes, an assumption is
look.
based off of evidence. A logical
do you
assumption
know
is
what an
based off of
assumption
evidence.
is?
Anything that is on the positive
do you know
end
what
of
an
being
assumption
correct,
is?
which is what that is.
No,
That's what equal
okay,
interpretation
look,
is,
look,
by the
look,
way,
look.
and why you don't
Right,
apply
yeah, I think I'm gonna have to
agnosticism on
amp you
equal
on the problem with,
interpretation
like,
because you
ontological
can never
parsimony.
get
So,
above
come
a
on.
40. You can never get above a
Look,
20.
You just
Let's-
unironically use
You can't
ontological.
prove
No, I think
anything.
you should mess
You're
that
admitting
so
to
I
the
can
fact
teach
that
you
you're
guys.
not proving
Use
anything.
Light,
You're just saying stuff. That's what you're doing. You're not doing anything with it. You're laughing right now, and I can.
Light, bro, listen.
I already knew he was laughing before I even unmuted him because he knows that his friend is just wrong. Your friend just got his ass beat. I don't know what to tell you.
Ontological parsimony, and the thing is, to assert something to be less likely, you have to actually provide evidence. The thing is, I'm saying
That
there's
said
no
evidence was provided. The word it was verbatim. Which is hold on. Wait. I'm glad that you said that, right? You said to prove something to be on the positive end, you have to provide evidence. The wordage in it being verbatim is evidence, by the way. Because what I was saying is what the scan directly is relating to. I'm not putting this in any extra format. I'm not changing anything. It's a one-to-one of what it's talking about. What he's doing is applying equal interpretation to something and then saying, yeah, I believe this because
I know you want to learn something. I know you want to
no,
learn,
he's
like,
trying
why
to
Occam's
assert
razor is strong.
something.
What are you
So
talking
therefore,
about,
on the
bro?
contrary, he's contradicting himself. So what are you
Light up here
talking
I'm not even
about?
listening to this show more, bro. I'm putting this shit out, looking at my hearing.
Like, this shit is so, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this shit is so easy.
Come on.
My interpretation is
That's
true.
what- that's what
because
it
there's
sounds
no
like to
evidence
me,
to the
buddy.
contrary. Yes, that's how debates work.
Sounds like everybody
becomes
in here
true
agreeing.
once
I
there is
think
no evidence to the
everyone needs to
contrary.
hug it out. How about that?
No, let me teach you. Let me help you.
I don't
Like,
need to
there's no way to disprove something. if you
You're
don't
still
provide
learning
evidence.
calculus,
Come
my
back.
nigga.
Because if Light
Please
is just
wrap it
gonna
up.
ramble and
Anyways,
put
Law,
me on
we
mute
can
every time
leave.
I start punching on him, then it's gonna
You said
lead to
what,
a
blood?
problem. I can't
We can
teach you.
leave.
Alright.
Okay,
But
so
before I
now I'm
leave,
gonna get taught.
Kuro,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
give
is
you
so
one last
bad. Like, how else
opportunity
am
to
I
run
supposed
any top.
Look, how am I supposed to teach you if you don't want to be taught? Nah, bro, I'm doing this for you.
I'm gonna give you one last opportunity to run the
I'm
topic.
doing this
This
for
is
the
your
love
last
of my
chance.
heart, bro. I'm doing this for you. Let me.
This is your last chance.
Nah, let me
This is your
teach you, buddy.
opportunity to run the topic right
Nah,
now
let
before
me
your mom
teach
see
you,
your
bro.
room and beat your ass for being awake past your
Please,
bedtime.
Nah,
So
please.
give
let
me
teach
the
you.
opportunity
Please,
to
nah.
slam you.
Nah, please.
All right.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about any of that rapping bullshit
Let me
you doing,
teach
nigga. Let's
you,
run a
bro.
fucking topic.
Please. For
Y'all see
you.
this nigga ducking?
This is for you.